Hello internet friends. In this video we are beginning work on the firewall. Not pictured here is the 2 hours that I spent looking for all the parts. Sometimes you just do that, right? Sometimes you read the parts list wrong and spend an hour looking through 10 parts that are in subkit 1 when really it's in subkit 11. So reading comprehension is important. I should know that. That's basically my day job. But anyway, once you find all the parts, and what I had done is I read through the firewall section and I basically looked at all the parts that I needed to for the next 5 or 6 pages, and I got them all out so that way I wouldn't, have to do a part and then realize, oh, I need to do another part. If I'm going to be deburring, I'm going to deburr all the parts that I'm going to need for the next few days. So anyway, went through the plans, got out all the parts, and now we're just going to deburr them all and get them ready for priming and eventually dimpling. Actually, so the order you should do this in, you should deburr, you should dimple / countersink, and then you should prime. And I've been thinking, what my process should be, since I'm going to, these parts are internal, right? They're visible internally. So I think I'm going to prime them and then actually paint them. So far, Jetflex water reducible looks like the way I'm going to go. So I think I'm going to order some of that this week and we'll see what happens. Also going to have to order a paint gun and figure out how to use that. So lots of fun coming up. Today was Halloween, so hope everyone had a happy Halloween. We only had about 5 kids come, well, 5 groups of kids come that I counted. And when I went outside, all the candy was gone, so hopefully the last group got it all, because that would have been sad if more kids came after that. And there was no candy, so I don't really even want to go watch the door camera. This was pointed right at the candy bowl, because then I'll just be upset that some kid dumped the whole, bucket into his bag. And I don't want to see any disappointed kids, so I'm just going to assume that everyone got a piece of candy that came to my door. And normally I would have sat outside and handed out candy, but it was like 15 minutes between groups. So I'm not going to sit outside for 15 minutes. I don't know, maybe kids don't trick-or-treat anymore, or maybe it's COVID. My kids did not want to go trick-or-treating, so I guess maybe it's not a thing anymore. That's kind of sad. Kind of sad. I don't know when I stopped trick-or-treating, but it was definitely into when I was a teenager. So I guess I have teenagers now. I guess that's a thing. Let's see. Do I have any updates or rants? Not really. Other than probably I could spend another day talking about how awesome it was to do training in the RV-14. Like, it's every bit the plane that I hoped it would be, probably more. There are some things where I'm like, oh, I would do this a bit different, like the throttle control. In my Mooney, I had a Werner control for the throttle, and I really liked it, but in the demonstrator, they only have a friction lock. They have a Werner for prop and mixture, but not for throttle. So I think in mine, I'm going to do the Werner. Although I'm really curious to see what a throttle quadrant would do, because I think it might be easier to set power settings. But it was just as easy in the Mooney with the Werner control. So we will see. I will think more about that. I really got out of my comfort zone training with Mike Seeger. When we had within minimum VFR tolerances, clearance of clouds. Just me, I've throughout my own experience set my personal minimums to stay far, far away from clouds. And if it's gonna be minimal conditions, I just won't fly that day. So flying with a 40-year CFI that's world-renowned is probably a good thing to stretch my capabilities or give me more experience or whatever you want to call that. So that was great. Anyway, if you want to come join our Slack group and chat RVs, the link is in the description. In the next video, we'll be doing more deburring. So See you then, and don't get sick from all the Halloween candy.